This is one of those stories that doesn't ask for your attention, it takes it. The kind that starts quietly, almost politely, and then tightens around your chest before you realize you're holding your breath. Because family betrayal never announces itself with a warning. It shows up wearing familiar faces, sharing meals at your table, calling you love while quietly sharpening the knife. I didn't know that on the morning it all began, while I was standing barefoot in my kitchen in suburban Ohio, staring at a coffee mug that said, "Home is where the heart is." My heart was already under siege. The house smelled like toast and rain-soaked pavement. My husband, Mark, was upstairs getting ready for work. My younger sister, Rachel, was still asleep in the guest room. At least that's what I believed then. Rachel had moved in with us 3 months earlier, right after her divorce. She arrived with 2 suitcases, swollen eyes, and the kind of heartbreak that makes you forget how to ask questions. She was my baby sister. I raised her in half the ways that mattered after our parents died when we were teenagers. Letting her stay wasn't a decision, it was instinct. "Stay as long as you need," I'd said, hugging her tightly on the front porch while she cried into my shoulder. I meant it. That morning, my phone buzzed on the counter, a text from my best friend, Lena. "Can we talk today? It's important." I replied with a thumbs up and slipped the phone back into my pocket, unaware that this would be the last ordinary moment I'd have for a very long time. Rachel was radiant when she finally came downstairs, too radiant for someone supposedly grieving a marriage. Her hair fell perfectly around her shoulders, makeup flawless, dressed in a soft sweater I didn't recognize. She smiled at Mark as she poured coffee, and something about the moment felt off. Not wrong enough to accuse, just wrong enough to register as discomfort. "You're up early," Mark said, glancing at her. "Couldn't sleep," she replied lightly. I told myself I was imagining things. Trauma makes people hyper-aware. I was projecting. That's what loyal sisters do. They protect first, doubt later. The first crack appeared a week later. I was folding laundry in our bedroom when I found a blouse that wasn't mine. Silk, expensive, with a brand tag I recognized from a store Rachel couldn't afford on her own. I held it up, frowning. "Hey," I called down the stairs. "Rachel, is this yours?" She paused before answering, just a beat too long. "Oh, yeah," she said. "I forgot it in here after borrowing the iron." Borrowing the iron? In my bedroom? I nodded, accepting the explanation because that's what trust looks like when it's blind. The truth doesn't rush. It waits until you're comfortable. Mark started working late. Rachel started cooking dinner on the nights I had evening shifts at the clinic. I noticed small changes, shared jokes, glances, laughter that stopped when I entered the room. Still, I said nothing, because accusing someone you love feels worse than ignoring a quiet dread. Then came the email. It was meant for Mark, sent to our shared home computer, from a lawyer. Regarding the transfer of funds and the updated beneficiary, my hands shook as I scrolled. Property details, account numbers, my name, absent, Rachel's name, present. I sat down hard in the chair, the room spinning. This couldn't be what it looked like. There had to be an explanation. There always is, until there isn't. When Mark came home that night, I waited until Rachel went upstairs. "Why is my sister listed as your beneficiary?" I asked, keeping my voice steady through sheer willpower. His face drained of color. "Emily, answer me." He ran a hand through his hair. "It was temporary, just in case something happened while you were busy." Busy. The word hit like a slap. "You mean while I was working to support this family?" I whispered. He didn't deny it. I slept on the couch that night, staring at the ceiling, replaying every interaction, every smile, every moment I had dismissed as nothing. By morning, denial had burned away, leaving only clarity. I needed proof.
Lena came over that afternoon.
She listened without interrupting as I'd told her everything. The glances, the email, the growing certainty that my home had become hostile territory. "Emily," she said gently, "I didn't want to be the one to tell you." My stomach dropped. "Tell me what?" "I saw them, together, at a cafe near your clinic, holding hands. The world didn't end, it just tilted." I thanked her, hugged her, then I went back inside and smiled at Rachel as if my heart wasn't splintering. That night, I placed a small recording device in the living room. I hated myself for it, but I needed to hear the truth spoken out loud. They didn't disappoint. Their voices floated through the speaker while I sat alone in my car down the street, tears streaming silently. "She's so trusting," Rachel said. "It almost makes me feel bad." "Don't," Mark replied. "She'll be fine. She always lands on her feet." Something broke inside me then. Not loudly, cleanly. Here's the thing about betrayal. It teaches you how strong you are, whether you want the lesson or not. I didn't scream. I didn't confront them in a rage. I planned. Over the next 2 weeks, I met with a lawyer. I gathered documents, screenshots, recordings. I transferred my personal savings into a protected account. I changed passwords. I documented everything. I also played the part they expected, the oblivious wife, the generous sister. And right here, if you're still with me, this is where I want to pause for just a second. If stories like this resonate with you, if you believe family stories should be told honestly, even when they're uncomfortable, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It truly helps small creators grow, and it tells the algorithm that real, emotional storytelling matters. Thank you. Now let me finish. The confrontation happened on a Sunday. I invited both of them to sit down at the kitchen table. I laid the documents out neatly, like place settings. Mark went pale. Rachel's smile froze. "You've been stealing from me," I said calmly. "Both of you." Rachel laughed nervously. "Emily, you're being dramatic." I pressed play. Their voices filled the room. Silence followed. Mark reached for me. I stood. "I've filed for divorce and a restraining order. You'll be leaving tonight." Rachel stared at me like a stranger. "You can't do this. I'm your sister." "I was your sister. You chose to stop being family." They left with nothing but their bags. The house felt hollow afterward, too quiet, but for the first time in months, it felt safe. The fallout was ugly. Extended family took sides. Some accused me of overreacting. Others whispered that I must have pushed Mark away. Rachel told anyone who would listen that I was cold, controlling, heartless. I let them talk. Healing doesn't require permission. The divorce finalized 6 months later. I kept the house. The judge didn't look kindly on infidelity combined with financial fraud. Rachel disappeared from my life entirely. And slowly, something unexpected happened. I started to breathe again. A year later, I repainted the kitchen. I donated Rachel's old room furniture. I hosted dinners filled with laughter that didn't feel forced. I learned that family isn't defined by blood, it's defined by loyalty. And betrayal? It doesn't ruin you, it reveals you. If you've ever been betrayed by the people you trusted most, know this: your story doesn't end where the hurt begins. Sometimes that's where it finally becomes yours. And if this story moved you even a little, please like, share, and subscribe. There are more stories coming, stories that tell the truth, stories that remind us we're not alone. This story is over, but the next one uncovers a secret even deeper.